I'm Tom Balsley of Thomas Balsley Associates. We're landscape architects and urban designers, but I'm speaking on behalf of an extraordinary collaboration between SOM and the Zhongtian group and its unique landscape urbanism approach to the future of center city growth for Guiyang, possibly the biggest city you've never heard of. Before talking about this project, let me just offer a little background. Some of it may be overlapping with Greg's, so bear with me, please. Some of China's economic opening up over 160 million people have moved to the urban areas, sometimes called the greatest immigration in human history. The result is a concentration of human resources that is slightly misaligned with natural resources. And the trend is accelerating. China will move 250 million additional people into urban areas, becoming almost 70% urban by 2025. What took Western cities centuries to urbanize will unfold in decades in China. And the challenge and the opportunities are just simply incredible. China's 12th five-year plan focuses on large-scale developments to accelerate the rise of the central region. With little guidance from the national level, what will the nature of that growth be for cities like Guiyang? How do existing cities play into this level of growth and accommodate it? It should be holistic, and it should be based on alignment of governments, visionary developers, and innovative designers working together. Which turns our focus to Guiyang, known as the gateway to the West. It has seen a dramatic growth of population up to 4 million currently, the size of LA, and it'll double in the next 15 years. This is just a glimpse of the forest of cranes everywhere if you visit. We see this center city master plan that we've done as an important growth template for Guiyang and other cities like it to offer better growth. About the Guiyang City Center project. In 2013, the Zhongtian group engaged a team of consultants led by SOM and our firm to help guide their reinvestment in the expansion of this historic core. And with a plan that will refocus growth, shape the plan with nature and open space, accommodate the dramatic density increases, and plan for history, culture, and resiliency. Past growth has been mostly in the form of sprawl outward, toward the airports, toward the rapid transit hub, but for ecological reasons and added development value, the goal of this project is to redirect growth to the core. Similar to America's long return to the city, except just done in a matter of 10 or 15 years. As always, we start projects of this size with a set of shared principles as a guide for each decision to measure success and for future planners that will come. The first principle we've used is to celebrate the culture of this place. Guiyang is rich with that cultural legacy that has been preserved for centuries. Our plan proposes to preserve those sites, but also to transform the city center into a cultural center. Across from the recently completed Party Plaza, you see here Cultural Plaza spanning the riverfront in which new iconic buildings have emerged, similar to what Greg has mentioned earlier, as well as the SOM Tower. Second, the plan must reconnect the city center to the Naming River. Just as they have for centuries, rivers have a natural pull of people for spiritual refreshment as well as recreation. And we also recognize the value the river adds to development. We've leveraged that inherent value to activate the core as a vibrant public place that defines the quality of life of the future. Third, healthy living. The air in Guiyang is surprisingly clean and encourages an outdoor lifestyle. Historically, the city has been built around these mountain remnants called karsts. They will be incorporated into a new open space system and embraced for their natural and their cultural value. The river can also contribute to the healthy living goals by anchoring the parks and the circulation network and participating in the water cleansing goals. Finally, our plan for the Guiyang City Center is about creating a unique identity, a dramatic skyline for sure, but also a memorable place, a dynamic urban core. We see here how all of the principles overlap, creating a forward-looking, intelligent, vibrant urban place. Based on landscape urbanism principles, a robust open space network will serve as the armature for development and play a role in the city's placemaking. This system will ensure a more livable, healthy, and interesting city while supporting its ecosystems and natural processes. The proposed open space system will be comprised of 4 major components: the riverfront, a network of new and existing parks, the karsts as cultural amenities, and a robust system of boulevards. The river becomes the city's connecting thread, its organizing armature around which other public spaces are arrayed. Here we see an example of this green and blue ribbon and its social, cultural draw and connectivity to other circulation systems and other open spaces. And a robust inventory of parks of every scale and type will enrich the city life and its environment and be the underpinnings of the future development plan. This is just a glimpse of the open space network's range of parks and potential for touching millions of daily lives. Here we see the Cultural Plaza's Central Park as the city's centerpiece park on the river next to the People's Park. Karsts have been integrated into the network and enlisted to offer an escape to the natural and elevated setting as a contrast to the more refined open spaces in the plan itself. And they've also provided an inspiration for the landscape language of this new plan. Finally, socially and environmentally performative boulevards will connect all the neighborhoods and the districts to each other and to their parks. Taken as a whole, we see this rich green fabric in which development, healthy living, heritage, and culture are in balance. Open space is an important framework for future development and the density of the city. The Guiyang CBD is planned to have very nearly the amount of office space found in Lower Manhattan, but of course in a much larger area, as you can see. What that ultimately means is the plan is proposing to triple the size of the existing CBD in terms of a built-up area. Many older buildings will be replaced to make this happen. This dramatic increase in density is balanced and supported by a corresponding increase in the amount of open space in the district, twice as much as exists today. And it's focused around the ideas about how development should occur, around transit, around a new city boulevard or a main street, or around major new open spaces. Neighborhoods, each with access to amenities and schools, should be compact and walkable. These ideas pair major infrastructure investments with corresponding private development in a way that drives appropriate transit-oriented growth. Together, these strategies lead us to something that looks like this within the city district: amazing height and density, big park spaces and public riverfront, an active urban place, and real limits on how this development sprawls outward. We've given considerable thought about future-proofing this city, keeping in mind that the site has to balance forward-thinking environmental ideas in the context of an older city rich with culture. As part of the 5-year plan, Guiyang has developed sustainability goals, which the plan has incorporated. The plan is also proposes to go even further than those goals, as you can see from the graphic here. Strategies to get there range from the city scale, densifying the core to avoid the negative consequences of sprawl, for example, or down through district-wide areas, building specific strategies, and ultimately to the people and the individual. We see sustainability as the interplay of all of these pieces for it to work in any way close to what we've described. Let's take water as one example. Water is both a local and regional problem with lots of interlocking issues. We propose to create a water district-wide, a water district to conserve water, to deliver clean water back to the city, to mitigate against the potential flood risks the city faces, and to create public amenities along the way. New system of stormwater management will be incorporated into all of the infrastructure and the architecture and the open space components of the plan. Through bioremediation, parks and streets and boulevards will direct, retain, and filter this stormwater to the aquifers for recharging. Other water will be filtered before discharged into the Nanming River. As just one example, this integrated system of stormwater management will reveal its benefits on the surface in the form of recreation, interpretation, and a healthier city living. In conclusion, let's keep in mind that hundreds of cities in China will experience tremendous growth over the next 15 years. Hundreds of cities like Guiyang, huge cities that we've never heard of, will literally be built in the next 15 years. The impact will depend on their ability to achieve sustainability density in a manner responsible to the heritage and the future of China. We believe this Guiyang Nanming Cultural Riverfront Plaza riverfront master plan will lead the way toward the responsible urban growth in which density, nature, and culture are in balance. Thank you.